The last amendment to the 1948 National Security Act, which created the D&I position, as far as I know, because I don't think there's been anything done with it since then, makes that individual the overall supervisor, what the DCI used to be, the Director of Central Intelligence, and thus a double-hatted CIA director. It makes him overall, or her, over all 17 entities, including her or his own staff, but it doesn't give them the authority to move things around like people and money and so forth that would make them really powerful. In other words, they could threaten with that money capability or that people power capability. So it's really not a very powerful position. Trump told her, I'm told by competent authority, that when she accepted the job, he was going to change that. He hasn't. So to answer your question, the person, either the director of the CIA or the DNI, or for that matter, anyone else, DNR or INR state, could be the head honcho, if you will, were the president to put him at that position by being only he who could, or she who could talk to him. And that's what Trump will do. He puts Hegseth, or he puts Gabbard out, and he tells the director of the CIA that he's the person who's going to be president at National Security Council meetings and his premier briefer, if he has.
I'm going to run another clip for you, and there's a couple of lessons from it. Trump is unable to answer a question. He whispers to Hegseth. I don't think he intended his whisper to be picked up by the microphones, but it was. Hegseth says, I don't know, ask John, meaning Ratcliffe. Now, I don't know if Tulsi Gabbard was there, so I don't know if this is a slap in the face to her because he didn't go to her, or a slap in the face to her because she wasn't there. It's also a slap in the face to Putin because without actually saying so, the intimation is that and there's no evidence for this, Colonel, that the Russians are using chemical weapons in Ukraine. This is a truly bizarre clip that we're going to play for you now. Chris, number 4.
In Ukraine, the Ukrainians asked the international court to go after Russia for using toxic chemicals in the fight. Germany and the Netherlands had intelligence saying that. What does U.S. intelligence believe, and what do you believe about the use of chemical weapons? And would you agree that that's a case for the court?
Well, ask John maybe to discuss it if you'd like, John.
Well, Mr. President, obviously chemical weapons, if it's documented in its use, it's illegal. It's against all international laws of armed conflict and treaties. And obviously I can't share in this room with this audience the intelligence that I can share with you privately, but obviously you're not going to stand or allow for any violations of international law by anyone.
That's right. Thank you.
Tulsi Gabbard was there. That was the cabinet meeting at which 2-hour fully televised cabinet meeting. There it is. There's a camera from the other side. Now, Chris added the Gabbard citing language, but there she is.
And did you hear him say, and Mr. President, we know you're not going to stand for any violations of international law?
No.
What a statement in the face of the genocide going on in Gaza.
Right. It's hard to believe. Now, our dear friend Max Blumenthal has a very negative but largely accurate moniker for John Ratcliffe, the Mossad stenographer.
I think he's right.
He regurgitates and repeats. That's what a stenographer does. Everything his Mossad buddies tell him. I wonder if, because Max also claims this, when Netanyahu meets with Trump without the cameras there are Mossad agents with him. Not CIA, not Gabbard, not Ratcliffe, but Mossad agents.
I wouldn't doubt that a bit. I saw that with Douglas Feith, the number 3 man in the Pentagon in 2003 and 2004. Rumsfeld actually made a statement. I don't run this building. Mossad does.
Wow. Who made that statement?
Rumsfeld, the Secretary of Defense.
Wow.